Holmes, please. I'm trying to film.
You had to. It's your problem.
Non, I don't want to talk to you. Non, on va parler. En plus, je dois filmer. Dad, là, s'il te plaît.
Écoute-moi bien là.
Oh my God.
Je t'aime beaucoup.
Oh, me too. Damn, my ass fat. What's poppin', you two? Did you notice? Did you see this? Did you see I got a new look or what? Do you see this shit? Some elite shit. Sankya with bangs only comes once a decade, so make a wish. What's up, everybody? I hope everybody is well today. Today's video is going to be ow. In today's video, I am going to be laughing about myself again, because that's all I do. Share my experience with you guys and laugh about them. We're going to be talking about the dumb shit that I did after the breakup. I did a lot of those. I made a lot of mistakes. There's some of them that I just like to share and that I'd like to develop, because most of the things that I did right after my breakup, I regret today. I think that it's kind of some useful information that I can give to you guys so that you don't make the same mistakes as I did. I don't blame myself for doing them, because clearly I was not in my most proper state. Let's call it that. Regarding my breakups, I'm a very impulsive person, so whatever I think, I say, and whatever I feel like doing, I do. In some situations, it's not the best behavior to have. Again, I'm not blaming myself for making these mistakes, because I was very, very sad. And most of the time that you spend after the breakup, you're only with yourself. It makes you act a little crazy, you know? I'm crazy to begin with, so when somebody hurts my feelings, I just go off. So I'm gonna list a few things that I did that I shouldn't have done, that I regret doing today, and I'm going to explain you guys why I regret them and share some tips and tricks on what I should have done instead to avoid feeling a little dumb. So first thing is, I started cutting my wigs into bobs. Ladies, please do not take revenge on your hair, especially if you have real hair. And look at you, sad and bald. You really don't want to go there, okay? And that's friendly advice, because I've been there. All these wigs, man, all these expensive ass wigs, all stiff now because I decided to go all crazy. You become super impulsive when you are sad or when you're feeling some kind of like extreme emotion, and all decisions after that seem like the right one. When my sister sees me with scissors, she's always like, here this dumb bitch go again with them scissors. Yeah, I'll be cutting shit for real. And one might say, well girl, you just cut your hair. And yeah, I did cut my hair. This is the same wig as in my previous video, and probably the one before as well, but I'm not feeling sad right now. I was just bored. It's not the same. This wig was expensive too though. $300 gone to waste. Well, what I should have done instead is order some new wigs. That way everybody's happy. My hair, my wigs, my wallet not so much, but it's just money, you know? We make that every day, B. That ain't no problem. So yeah, please leave your hair alone. And I don't know why when girls get sad, the first reflex is to like cut their hair. I feel like it's the sign or the sensation that you have that's like, yeah, I'm definitely turning the page. Fuck that nigga, fuck everything that comes with it. I'm a brand new girl. And that can be okay, but just please don't do it by yourself. 99% of the time, it's a bad idea to cut your hair by yourself. Next thing I did is I hit up the other girl. 3 words, y'all. Bird fucking move. Do not do that. You look absolutely ridiculous. That was the first time I ever did something that stupid. I am never gonna catch myself do that ever again. I regret it till this day. When you get cheated on, no matter if the other person knew whether or not your nigga or your girlfriend had a partner in their lives, they do not owe you shit. You know what I mean? The person that owes you is the person that you're with, your nigga, your girlfriend. They're the ones who owe you respect. They're the ones who were not supposed to give the other person that access to them, and they did. Ain't nobody gonna make you do something you don't want to do, you know? The cheating always starts somewhere. It starts with the access that that person gives to a stranger or to a person they know or whatever. Whether it's at a party, you guys start talking and everything and everybody gets lit and you just get closer and closer to the person, or whether it's something through social media where you guys start having conversations, you guys exchange memes, you guys start commenting on each other's shit. Then whatever happens, happens. At the end of the day, it is still your nigga or your girlfriend's fault. So really, to a certain extent, it is none of that ugly ass dumbass bitch's fault. Just had to let that out. Ooh. I apologize. But yeah, like it brought me no satisfaction whatsoever. Plus I took a L because that bitch never responded. I don't even know what I was expecting when I did that. I was just sad. I was sad and I was mad, and I just wanted everybody to be mad and sad with me. What I should have done is, well, I shouldn't have done it. Like I said, it doesn't bring you anything to hit up the other person. I get the feeling. I totally get the feeling that I want to hit up that person and I want to insult the fuck out of them. But, I mean, it's not a look, first of all. And like I said, absolutely no satisfaction out of that. I wonder how this trick asshole's doing though. Another thing I did is, the main thing I think everybody does, I was stalking my ex on social media. There is absolutely no reason for you to be stalking your ex nigga's moves. Literally none. Especially if they did you dirty. Unless you planning to do some shit, which you should not be doing. Although I understand the frustration buildup. I get it. I've been there. I was planning to act up too. Believe me. But baby, it's not the way. Like I said, especially if they did you dirty, like you know exactly what's over there. He is living just fine, you know, minding his business, entertaining his new girl, but that is no useful info to you, especially during your time of healing. There is nothing that you're going to get there that is going to bring you any peace. If you miss him, which you probably do after the breakup, you will want to know what he's up to. You know, you will want to know what the fuck he's doing. But if you willingly try to find out, you're just hurting yourself. You're in pain. So when you go on his page to see more pictures, to see more posts, to see more tweets or updates or whatever it is, self-destruction. Been there, done that, never again. What I should have done is to keep myself busy, be about my shit, find new hobbies. Because when I look back at things right now, that's what I started doing some point after the breakup. And it actually worked, meaning that you become just too busy to even be sad or to linger about the situation. You become so into your shit that it becomes less and less painful to think about it. Like by the time you actually think about it again, you're already doing a little bit better. And I know it's easier said than done, but I'm just saying, like right now being okay, if I look back at what I was doing after acting a fool, your heart starts feeling a bit more light after a while. You need time, you need will. And in my case, well, I needed my friends and family and everybody was there for me. So that was a plus. But yeah, stalking your ex on social media is not the way. Plus, after muting him and blocking him on social media, I was still seeing him. His friends were posting shit about him and shit with him. And I was just like, I need to get his ass off of my shit, bro. Like, stop retweeting him. You know what I did? Block his friends. Everybody. Do not be like me and try to be the karma. It will happen. It always happens. Everything comes back. I really believe that if you put bad into the universe, bad is gonna come back to you. Do not try to be the justice master. It never ends up well. I was also trying to fill the void by talking to other niggas. I was actually having fun. A lot of fun. But that fun really is temporary. Like, you're not going to see your ex, or you're not going to see the person you actually want in these other niggas. I was losing all the time and all the energy that I needed to heal on some niggas that I knew I was never gonna end up with or spend my life with. Plus, if you do end up wanting one of the niggas that you're entertaining, you gotta ask yourself if you're actually ready for that person. It's like I decided to jump into something new out of like boredom or out of sadness and whatever, and I'm not ready to give myself to another person, and I'm not ready to commit. I'm just not there mentally. It doesn't make sense. Even if a new nigga that you just met after your breakup makes you feel some type of way, you gotta ask yourself the right questions. Like, am I actually healed, or am I just distracted by this nigga because he's good looking, because he's making me feel like a princess, or because he has good dick? You know what I mean? Because if you're not good with yourself, ain't no dick in the world that's gonna make you feel better. But like I said, ain't nothing wrong with having a little fun. I was having fun. I was also going on rants on social media. Oh my God. My friends were doing everything to stop me and they would not be able. I would call them and I'd be like, yo, should I tweet this? And it was some reckless ass shit, right? They'd say, no, Sankya, drop it. And I'd be like, Okay, but I already tweeted it. They would be so exhausted. I was on absolute fire. I was exposing shit. I was being messy. And people on social media absolutely love the drama. They love being entertained. That's what social media is about, right? You can't really blame them. But looking back, was my breakup really Twitter and IG business? Not at all. So yeah, that was freaking useless. But when I see people do the same, I'm like, damn, they're gonna regret that shit. They're gonna regret it. But I understand it. I understand the resentment. I understand the frustration. It just pushes you to do certain things, and sometimes the first reflex is just to share your pain with everybody. It's gonna hit them soon enough. But I get it. I am very difficult. I don't know how to act when I get my feelings hurt. Like, I go off. Everybody's gonna hear about it. Everybody's gonna suffer. I'm gonna act up on everybody. That's how I am. And the people around me have learned to, like, I guess, deal with my shit up to a certain level, but it is not the way. It's never ever ever the way. Social media do not care about your pain, bro. Like, it's the most useless thing to do, even though it's the first reflex for a lot of people. The only right thing is I promoted my EP. People were so excited to hear about my new music, where I was gonna diss the fuck out of that nigga, which I did. Stream that. It's gonna be in the box. It was really a beautiful thing. It created something bomb out of my heart being broken. I literally turned my heartbreak into a bag. Did it have a positive side? Yes. Was it the right thing to do? Negative. What I should have done was maybe to just talk to my family and friends and leave it at that. But sometimes you can't really stop somebody from doing what their gut is telling them to do. I'm not somebody that's easy to convince out of something that I want to do. So my friends had it hard with me during my breakup. To be honest, I was a fucking mess. It is what it is. I regret it today because I don't feel like everybody should know my business and everybody should know how hurt I am, but they did. Last thing is I started drinking a lot. I actually don't regret that, because the summer 2019 that I had was the littiest one that I've had in my life. Me and my niggas was getting drunk every other day, bro. We were outside every single day. Even my parents were fed the fuck up. It was a summer, dog. Like, it was the summer that I've got my heart broken, but my friends turned it into something just magical. Those were good times. I'm really waiting for this corona shit to be over so I can top that. Honestly, truly. The problem is, when I was drinking, I was like conscious of the fact that I'm drinking because I don't want to feel this shit anymore. Like, I don't want my heart to be this heavy anymore. But at the same time, when I got lit, I was like, man, oh my God, I'm having so much fucking fun. It's just the motivation behind the drinking that wasn't right, even though it brought some fun. I don't think drugs and alcohol are the solution. They're mad temporary, like mad temporary. They last a day, bro. You're literally pushing your pain back to tomorrow unless you're planning to be drunk or high every day, which I don't recommend. But I mean, everybody has their thing, right? I'm not judging. It's just, you have to learn to deal with your pain. Like I said earlier, it takes a lot of will, time, especially that, because I remember the state I was in right after the breakup and the state I'm in right now. It's really two different people, and you really have to go through these phases in order to be okay. You have to be that person who's like, oh my God, like, my life is over. I'm never gonna be that person again. I'm never gonna be happy again. I'm gonna be sad on my life. He was the person that I wanted to spend my life with. That's a part of the process, you know. Like, all of my friends literally went through that process, and each one of us, before we went through it, we were like, what's wrong with this bitch? And now that we've been through it, we understand. You're going to be in that state where you think the world is falling apart, where you think that, like, you're never gonna find anybody else. And then things get a little better, but not that better. You're just like, it is what it is. I'm still sad. I still want that person, but I can't get them back. And then you get to that place where you're like, what the fuck have I been doing for the past months? I need to get myself together. I have stuff to do. I have one life. He doesn't want me, fine. I'm still me. Like, I'm still a badass bitch that has a bright future in front of her. It's literally a process, and it's beautiful to see. So that was some of the dumb shit that I did that I do not recommend you guys do. It's always good to hear what another person has to say regarding what they've been through. I hope I helped a bit. I hope that my mistakes will make you learn. If ever you're going through a breakup or something, try not to be so hard on yourself. Give yourself some time, because you will need some time to feel better. Be with your friends, be with your family, find a new hobby, make some money. Give yourself a minute to breathe, to cry, to be sad or whatever, to be weak, but do not throw your life away. You still that bitch, you still that nigga, okay? They had an amazing person in their hands and they lost it. That's too bad. I'd also like to say, not everybody's gonna see and realize your value. You can't expect everybody to be like, I know what I have in my hands and I'm gonna do everything in my power to keep it. So if ever somebody loses you and never wants you back afterwards, that's not because you're not good enough. It's simply because, well, they don't have the right eyes for you, honey. It's not the right person. And no matter how badly you want it to be that person, sometimes it's just not. Everything happens for a reason. Enough of the pep talk, cause bitch getting sad. Thank you so much for pulling through. Hashtag Sankya Sunday. You know the vibes. You know the vibes. I'm gonna try to have some different videos on my channel because even I'm getting bored of myself, you know, just being here and talking and shit. And you guys are probably also getting tired of hearing me speak. But I have more videos in the works. Corona's kind of fucking my shit up. But I definitely have some more ideas for you guys. Also, if there's something that you want to see, everything but a makeup tutorial, you guys. I am not good at teaching. Like, I hate it. Unless you guys really, really want it, please avoid asking me that because I'm not good at it. And the worst thing is I used to make fucking makeup tutorials, but I got tired of it. Like, it's like, whew, it's exhausting. Like, even talking about it, my heart is racing and shit. Put in the comment section what you want to see next. I'm gonna do everything in my power to satisfy y'all. You know, I'll be here for you. Chit chat with me in the comment section. Share, subscribe, like. I don't know how people put the subscribe button on the screen, but pretend that it's there and subscribe. Thank you for tuning in again, and I'm gonna see you guys in my next video.